which, yeah, that was great. I love climbing trees. The team are really motivated by the benefit. What they value about their job is that they get to make a difference in their communities, and they really value being part of a team that's also motivated by the same things. And lots of people do these kind of quiet little things to look after each other, like Sean at the front, who I mentioned before. Every spring, he quietly goes around putting daffodils on people's desks, just like sneaks in and kind of like lightens up the office. I like to make people cakes, and bearing in mind their dietary preferences, and they love that. And one of our other colleagues, who I can't quite see there, does a meditation group in lunchtime off the back of the workshop that we did with Reefa. And here, I told you, Vanessa, that you would be right. One of the things I wanted to move on to talk about is about how we look after ourselves. I've actually gone slightly too early because I haven't yet made my connection between the previous slide, which is how do we look after each other at work. And especially if you're a leader in your work, you have to balance off those things of caring for people, looking after them, also making sure they do their jobs and that everything's of the required standard, but also that people are that people are okay, and that you accept when people are not okay. And as in the kind of the leadership role where I'm quite a worrier, I have anxiety, I even worry about the quality of my worry, which is really super special. So it's easy to get a bit carried away with that. And really my advice to my staff and to anybody is that you've got to look after yourself, and you all know what that means, or you should be trying to find out what that means. The connection here is look at all of these people filling their cups, look at them all tending to their own cups and doing something joyful. So all of the City Choir are one of our partners this year. They chose us as their Charity of the Year. Vanessa happens to be here down the front. You can see her up there having a smile and a clap. And it's such a joyful thing. These folks have chosen to get involved in a choir. Actually, when I went to see them perform once, I was like, oh, hi. And it was the woman who did the away day on the Downs, who was also in the choir, that are also giving us money from their gigs this year. So that's super connected, isn't it? So this is one of the ways that people can get involved in something fun, but also to support us. I just want to do a quick shout out to our partners. So some of these organisations you'll know, and some maybe not. Vida Active was super tiny. They did a Zumbathon for us. And that was really good fun. Griffith Smith has sponsored a few events, and they've really helped us to kind of reach out as a different client group. We're looking for next year's corporate partners, and these folks are saying, well, why don't you go and talk to so-and-so? And this is all part of a slightly wider thing, which is, oh look, this is about what to do if you want to help us. If anyone wants to help us with some SEO, that would be awesome. Also, we want to design some training materials. We've got the content, we just haven't made it look pretty. One thing I did want to finish up by saying, though, is that the need for what we do is growing, and that's completely related to what we euphemistically call the changes in the public sector, which, austerity and cuts and, the retrenchment, basically, of public services has meant that we have people who come to us who, not that long ago would be social work, or they would have a social worker, no questions asked. It's people with multiple issues around their health, around mental health, hoarding, drugs and alcohol, debt, housing issues, all of those things, and actually they're being sent to us for a befriender. There's something really fundamentally wrong. And we can work with people, we can offer a befriender, we can offer certain levels of support, but we aren't social workers, or we shouldn't be social workers. So it's really challenging. So as the demand goes up and gets more complex, it's harder and harder for us to respond to that in a kind of a safe and fulfilling way for everybody. So this is why there's always a kind of fundraising bit in the talk. The final thing I want to say is that it's all about connection, and that's really any of us are all really looking for. Thank you.